They played us like a damn fiddle!
Pecky's the quartermaster here. She's got everything you'll need. Poor Gavroche. He's an apprentice stuck with a master smith's cares.
You are expected. This is Ironfast, Warsworn. Here, you will find dust on our helms and scores on our blades. We believe in action above finery and show. If you seek work, supplies, or shelter, they are yours. It is a hard, harsh country, well suited to the life of the Warsworn. Gwyn Anwe is expecting you. I think you will find her in the library. Gwyn's been here for several days, nearly turned our library upside down. I hope she found what she needed there. This is the Detir bastion of the Warsworn, and I am its castellan. We have a blacksmith and quartermaster. Both are in the south wing, that way. The Warsworn have been many things. The tale is told on the walls and the tomes in this very keep. What we have always been are bold, unflinching fighters. You need not be Warsworn to take contracts. The board is in the south wing. Ask Adrith about it if you like.
The painting behind me is based on Ceolwyn's account of an alabastrine sunrise. The bones over there, found in the belly of a great Niskaru.
Talk to Adrith if you've a completed contract. We stand by our castellan, down to the last pledge shield. Poor Gavroche. He's an apprentice. Rumor has it the Jottun are preparing for war. Poor Gavroche. He's an apprentice.
What have you got for old Fargil the healer today? A nice spider bite? A punctured lung, perhaps? I trained under the luminaries of Odessa, but I have always found fascination in a live specimen of the medical arts. Have you ever been? It's some leagues to the east. A marvelous city. One of, well, mental giants, if you will. You couldn't find a better corner of Amalur to practice the art. More poisonous and dangerous things out there than you could imagine. Though I will admit, Cluricon may have us beat for disease. It's wonderful here. They come to me with the most remarkable ailments. How I would love to visit. The diseases they have there. Perhaps one day it will be safe enough to go. Beautiful creatures. They're nature's alchemists. Make poisons, silk, miasmas, you name it. Goodbye.
They rush about as if their destinies did not stretch out before them, clear and immutable. Poor fools. It is said my attunement to fate is especially keen. I can see the paths of everyone I cross, stretching before them, but not yours. I have come here, for it is here I was to come. How could I do otherwise? I see fate's ends too clearly to resist. Some are trained in weaving fate. It is a knack that revealed itself to me at an early age. My parents were delighted at first, then horrified, as I had foreseen.
Poor Gavroche. He's seen the job board? Don't need to be Warsworn to take on the...
Well, what have we here?
The heights of Menetier. Shield sister.
Talk to Adrith if you've a completed contract.
Oathblade. Talk to Adrith if you've a completed contract.
We're honored by your presence, Oathblade. Welcome. I'm new to the Warsworn, but they say I have Liana's spirit. She was the first Impester. A champion of sorts, I think. It's a far-off concern to us in Ironfast. The Tuatha must be stopped. The only question is how much is needed to stop them. I'll fight if it comes to that. This may be the hardest post outside of Melsenshire. I can't remember the last time we glimpsed the outside world. Might as well be in prison.
Sworn to war. Talk to Adrith if you've a completed contract.
Seen the job board? Don't need to be Warsworn to take on those.
Speak your mind. Now who's this? I've grown so used to the same few drifters coming in for supplies and the contract board. A fresh face is a welcome thing. I'm the curate of this keep. If you've a contract to turn in, bring it to me. The quartermaster to our keep, she stocks all we need to get by out here. We're proud to stand where we do, here among the wilds. First keep and last bastion, the Castellan likes to say. That's Oda. She's a good sort, though not a woman of words. Anything you need's found in the smithy. You've got Heki for most things and Gavroche for blacksmithing. I'll be honest, he's not much of a blacksmith, but he's all we've got at the moment. Poor little lad. Other keeps get their work here and there, high and low. As for us, ever since Odessa was built, we've had one solemn task. Watch the Jotun. Hold them back. Hold them south and west of Gnomish lands. It's right beside me. The work's open to any and all. When a contract's done, they come to me for their pay. When there are open jobs, and there's good proof they've been done, then yes, I do. All right now. Yes, we're a bit of an island to ourselves out here. Sworn to war. Too much sand in the air and old things lying about to ever get this place clean. Oh, you want that contract, do you? Now you guard these ghastly things closely. Mind you, they're not suited for combat. They're for surgery and unnaturally sharp. Dead? Why, that's a shame. I'd say I'm sure he'll be missed. But he's from Whitestone, so you never know. And that's his walking staff there. I'll take that. Job well done. Oh yes, well you'll need to collect the required number of spider stingers from spiders in Menethir. You won't have much trouble finding them, they're all over, which frankly is exactly the problem. All right now.
The heat's as deadly as the Jotun and the spiders. Hecky's the quartermaster here. She's got everything you need.
Shield sister. Hecky's the quartermaster here. She's got talk to Adrith if you've a completed contract. We see few enough strangers in Ironfast.
Talk to Adrith if you've a completed contract.
Scars, that's the Ironfast.
Rumour has it the Jotun are preparing for war.
We see few enough strangers in Ironfast. Welcome. Rumour has it the Jotun are prepared. Poor Gavroche. He's an apprentice stuck with a master smith's cares.
I'm quartermaster here. Tell me what you need and I'll see what I can do. The old blacksmith died 3 moons ago. Gavroche is... that boy's barely trained. What do you expect? It's a hard, dangerous place. Jotun above, spiders, thieves, and kobolds down below. They've always lived in the heights of Menethir, and we have always watched them, weapons at the ready, and held them back when we must. They're the newcomers to this land. They crawled up through the ground from who knows what deep caverns. That's me. I'll sell you what you need, and if you need a blacksmith, well, what we've got for one's over there. If there's fight in your veins and steel in your bones, you're Warsworn. If you die before you break an oath, you're Warsworn.
My poor old master had but one dying wish, that his prize blade, the one on the wall, be mended. Some days I dream that I'll do it myself. Then I remember, I'm a poor untrained apprentice who can barely forge a soup spoon. Master Braskin took me in, being an orphan and found by the Warsworn and all. He let me live here, began to train me in the craft. Well, don't expect anything remarkable, or even decent. Show me what's broken, and I'll see what I can do. Which isn't much. Master Braskin, yes. I'd endure every drunken lashing anew if it meant I could learn blacksmithing right and proper. Been good to me since the day they found me, tucked in among stolen sacks of grain. Why, that's Haldabeer's blade. It's famous, from the Fey Wars. My old master always said he'd fix it right again. Might have, if he'd lived. Now it just hangs on the wall, taunting me, reminding me of all I'm not. In battle, oh, it's a wondrous tale of how Haldabeer slew his foe. I'd tell, but I don't think I could do it justice. Repair the sword? Not likely. There's one man living who can, and he'd rather eat nettles and stare at the sky than raise hammer to anvil. You can find the Hermit Smith yourself, up in the Menetier Heights. But don't expect much. A hero's sword. Like its owner, it fought and died in glory on the battlefield. Just as I'll die miserably behind this forge. Dinwell's his name. Word has it he grew bitter of all mortal kind at the start of the war. But I wouldn't know. I've never talked to him. Mind you, I said he could mend that blade. I never said he would. But if you think you can just alter fate, seek him in the Menetier Heights, due south and west of here. If it's not very difficult, I'll try to repair anything you've got.
Polished armor means you haven't used it yet. Polished armor means you haven't used it.
We're fighters, not toy soldiers. Poor Gavroche.
Have we
He's
here?
an apprentice stuck with a master smith.
Good day, Warsworn. Would a sagecrafter's services be of interest? A great city, if ever there was one. A monument to science and industry. I've been here enough to see he's not long for Ironfast. The Warsworn are too kind to say so, even to strangers, but a keep needs a proper blacksmith. Warsworn let me stop here in my wanderings in exchange for my service. Good folk, if a bit rough-hewn, and no place feels safer. A diserased, Basilica Nostra trained, and worldly wise, fully versed in the ways of gems and sockets. I've got my certificate here with my things. I might have stayed and taught, but my spirit's more the wandering sort. So much art and science to the fitting of a gem. Harmonies, geometries, fine acts of dexterity. May the gem of life shine bright.
You have the remains of the hammer. It is... I should have expected this. It was forged in the Hall of the First Sworn. It must, I think, be reforged there. The hall is not far, only... I don't know what to do when we get there. The hall lies south through the canyons. Meet me there. He has gone to free the Niskaru Lord. Pray we are not too far behind to stop him. Not all our wisdom was left to gather dust on Eamon's Isle. I have learned the location of the Niskaru Lord's mountain prison. But first, we must deal with that hammer. That means the Hall of the First Sworn. Legend tells it is there that Eamon was transformed from a prince to the first of the Warsworn. It became a meeting place of sorts in the time of the First Sworn. I haven't been here since I was young. It is as full of old books and dusty scrolls as I remember. We need it restored if we hope to defeat Beeson. And for that, I'm afraid, we must journey to the Hall of the First Sworn. They are powerful beyond anything you could imagine. This one was called Karmazandu, the Deceitful One. The text claimed the Arathi themselves imprisoned him in the mountain, after he proved too clever to kill. Yes, Time is short. The Hall of the First Sworn is south and east, through the canyons. Meet me there when you are ready.
Greetings. We see few enough strangers now.
Oh, you're going to the Hall of the First Sworn, then? You'll only find ruins there. You know that, don't you?
Greetings!
Don't try anything suspicious. The Honourable Decanus Page. The Honourable Praetorian. Lost in the desert. How do you live in the dust out here?
Greetings! What, you surely ask, is such a well-heeled Praetorian doing here among the dust and brambles? Removing the tarnish for my name and solving the Jotun problem. There's a good deal to be said about them. None of it nice. You hear tales now and then of Jotun guards and Jotun soldiers. I'll believe that when I see it. Brutes! Grand to behold, but lousy with Jotun and spiders and gods know what else. Makes me think the Warsworn put their blasted keep here out of sheer bloody spite. Overlooked. Ignored. Once I've settled this Jotun problem, my Praetorian friends will be humming a different tune. I am, you see, ranked Decanus. That is above Auxiliary, where I serve my time, and beneath Centurion, which is where I belong. Their keep is hard to miss. It sits on Menethir like an Etin on a pile of bones. The old Ragnar has died, and his successor is stirring the embers of war. But he's too clever to openly provoke the Warsworn, so he's attacking Gnomes instead. That will not stand. I have a plan to settle this, but it requires someone of both delicacy and grit. Priest, apothecary, and spiritual guide to Jotun kind. The old Ragnar ruled all the Jotun in these heights and the mountains beyond. If this upstart stirs all of them to war, things could go badly for everyone. Yes, I think you do. First, we must find some new and better enemies for the Jotun. Go into Tirskotter Mine, southeast of here,
and steal the clan totem from the kobolds that dwell there. Then return to me. To reclaim it, the kobolds will fight to the death, and as for the Jotun, well, one thing at a time. Tirskotta mine is full of the little filchers. If you ask me, they're worse than the Jotun. It seems the old Ragnar had some wisdom in that slab of a skull. Kept a shrewd balance between infighting and angering his neighbors. But now he's dead, and the new Ragnar fancies the warpath. But that won't be good for anyone. We'll never know if the mine collapsed because of the kobolds, or if the kobolds got in because of the collapse. Either way, it's theirs now. Tirskotta mine cuts into the hills of southeastern Menethir. I don't know where in the mine the clan totem is kept, but it is there. My plan won't carry itself out. Normally, I'd advise you to take a leap off that ledge, but at the moment, I find myself in need of aid. Don't think you'll get anything out of it, though. I certainly won't teach you anything. An old man who's had his fill of the world. It possesses a certain remarkable beauty that is hard to appreciate with a wounded leg. Off in the southeast among the hills, overrun now with those spear-hefting overgrown cats. I'd keep my distance if I were you. Once in a while, some fool comes to plead on bended knee for lessons. Bah! If you don't know, there's no use telling it. Damned kobolds is what? Poison spear to my leg and it's begun to fester. There are things for it, easy to gather myself. If I could walk. Foul stuff. I never touch it. The natural course of healing's best, if you ask me. Ironfast? I'd rather rot here, thank you. I'll give you a little something if you'll help me, but don't expect me to return to the world. I'd be grateful, but don't expect any wisdom or a fine-crafted gift. Hermits have little to give. I'll need spider-sack ichor, fenrack from the canyon below, and grist from a Jottun's cookpot. Can you get me those? Before the Gnomes opened up that damned mine, wasn't a single one in Menethir. Meddlers, that's what they are. Always think they know best, but they never do. Believe me. Some spider sack ichor, fenrac leaf from the canyon below, and grist from a Jottun's pot. How many times must I repeat it? No lessons, no precious pearls of wisdom. I've left you have my thanks. Now go. Oh. About bloody time. Spider gland for the festering, fenrac for the pain, and stewgrist to keep my strength up. You've done me a good turn, stranger. I live a hermit's life, so have little to give. I hope you'll take this as thanks. You'll get nothing else. What a great and austere beauty it holds. A beauty best enjoyed alone. Once in a while, some fool comes to plead on bended knee for lessons. Bah! If you don't know, there's no use telling it. I told you I wouldn't go. There's nothing I can do old Braskin can't handle on his own. I still know him. I came to Menethir because of him, the only man in all Amalur I respect. He's dead? Then he never mended that sword, and that green apprentice is left alone half-trained. Damn it all, I swore I'd never... But the blade and the apprentice and the blade... It won't do. I must go. Bring me a compound known as Master's Tallow from Hervar's Dorsil, and the sword is yours. I'll be at Ironfast waiting. A rare wax of golden hue, with some remarkable properties regarding metal and flame. It will be needed to mend that sword. He would visit me some nights, and we'd talk of stars and old ways and the blacksmith's craft. He alone never once asked me why I live apart. Hervar's Dorsil by name, just north of the river. A madwoman lived there some years ago. She had perfected the art of making Master's Tallow. She's gone, but I think you'll find some tallows remained. Be swift. Now that I've begun, I want to see this finished. Once I've packed my few belongings, I'll be off. Won't take long. Be swift. Now that
That day, the carver woke to find his touch run dry, the wellspring of his power dead as dust at the source. He heard then the first whisper, the first mention. Mortals.
Ah, you have the totem? Good. We've made some enemies, so now we must make the feeling mutual. Kill 3 Jotun chieftains known as the Ragnar's Chosen. Their deaths will enrage the Ragnar like nothing else. After killing each of the Chosen, plant one of these kobold daggers in his chest. That should do the trick. They'll be up among the Jotun on the heights, spreading their Ragnar's word. Remember, after you've killed each, plant a kobold dagger in his chest. That's essential. Look! It begins! Here, you see, it all falls beautifully into place. The kobolds will come for their totem. And this new Ragnar will see a challenge that he cannot ignore, and a battle he'll think he can win. Of course, neither he nor any will survive it. To reclaim it, the kobolds will fight to the death. To a Jotun, it's no more than a banner. But a banner planted in their ground is a challenge, and Jotun are proud creatures. Well, there may be a victor for a moment or two, but in the end, I will be the only winner, you will see. Meet me on the height above 2 paths. Go on, tear each other apart. There they go, just as I planned. Nothing. Watch. If you wish to join in, wait for my word, please. Go on! Tear each other apart!
Bet you could
Go on! Tear each other apart!
Look at them. Core!
Go on! Tear each other apart! You wanted war? Well, you've got it! Go on! Tear each other apart! You wanted war? Well, you've got it! Now, go!
Our work is done here.
That was a good fight.
That was a good fight.
Our work is done here.
All have lost, but we have won thanks to my genius and your hard work. You have earned your reward. Have this. As for me, I have earned a trip to Odessa and, surely, Centurion rank. If you haven't already, you should visit our grand city. It's a sight to behold. Soon to be a memory. It's back to Odessa for me and my fine auxiliaries here. I've single-handedly squashed a Jotun warpath. Of course, that single hand was you, but why quibble? They'll have to grant me Centurion rank now. My thanks for your help.